Hi, welcome. Today we are going to look at job descriptions. We'll just go on Google, check job descriptions for data analyst, data engineer, machine learning, just so you see what companies are requiring from you and also to be able to know the skills that you need to acquire while you're learning your data analytics program. So let's just go straight to the computer and Google some of those jobs and read along to see what they request. Okay, so we are now going to Google some jobs here. So let's just go straight here. I'm going to type data analyst. I know some of you complained of regions, so we are going to do remote. You're talking about locations, and let's look for remote jobs here. So data analyst remote. We just go to anyone here. I'll just go to this one, Indeed. Okay, let's just pick anyone here. Some of them have job descriptions, some don't have the details. I see there is an analyst here. Let's look at this one. Okay, so what is required here? Minimum of 3 years related experience, bachelor's degree, strong analytical skills with the ability to collect, organize, analyze, interpret, and visualize. So this is actually the data analytics process which we discussed in the last video, which was about problem framing, collecting the data, organizing, cleaning, doing exploratory data analysis, and then interpreting and producing visualizations like with Power BI. So we're going to look at these skills when you learn Power BI and you understood the analytics process. And then we talk about from multiple sources. So multiple sources is because you would use your SQL to gather from different sources and then bring them together and do the analysis. That's your data collection. And then we talked here, they say proficient in Microsoft Excel. So this is the first technical skill we are going to look at after the core skills. So Microsoft Excel is something you should be good in. And then PowerPoint for your presentation, still linked with the visualization and the reporting, which we talked about last video. And then yes, Word also for your documentation. So let's go down again and see if we can find some other interesting thing. I'll just take this one, data analyst remote, one more, and then we will look at others like related professions like data analyst, data science, data engineer. Yeah, so look at the responsibilities. Now these responsibilities might help you to be able to come up with projects. So at times people reach out to me, they say they don't know projects they can do to put on their CV or to put on their GitHub or to be able to share what they learn in public. So looking at some of these job descriptions, it can help you to know what to do. So here, for example, gather and analyze data to discover meaningful trends and present key findings to stakeholders. So if you could try to come up with a project that gathers some data and then prepare some visualization for maybe the financial officer or the marketing officer, chief marketing officer. So this is a sample project idea. So looking at these job descriptions, you know what the companies want and will help you give you ideas. So just take your time and look at them. Let's go straight again to what is required, like the skills. So here, ability to write complex SQL queries. SQL is one of the tools we are going to look at in the subsequent videos, so fine. Strong analytical and data management skills. So we are going to talk about analytical skills in the subsequent video. Demonstrated experience using BI tools like Cognos, Tableau. Yes, Tableau and Power BI, they're almost the same. And Power BI is more used, but then you know how to use Power BI, you're able to use Tableau easily, so it's not a problem. Aptitude to plan, organize, and work on multiple tasks. Yeah, so this is just being able to organize your work, and yeah, so these are soft skills which we'll talk about in a subsequent video. And then the ability to effectively manage multiple competing priorities. Yes, these are still soft skills which we'll talk about in the next video. And then 3 years of professional experience. Remember, this should not scare you from applying for a job because most of the time you don't need all the requirements to satisfy all these 100%, because if you do, you're overqualified for the job. In reality, you should aim for say 70% if you want to learn a bit in the job, and 30% if you really want to stretch yourself to learn more. So that's why you need to get a job. Look at it. Do you meet 30 to 70% of the requirements? Then just go for it. So after the training, you can still apply for these jobs. So bachelor's degree, preferably in computer science, information science, statistics. Remember we talked about statistics is important to have, and any other related field. Professional experience may be substituted for education on a year basis. So if you have some professional experience and then the education, it falls off. So don't be scared. Just apply, and if you are within 30 to 70%, you stand a chance. So now we see the skills that are required, and it's in line with what we'll be doing in this 90 days of analytics challenge. So now let's go see what is there for data science jobs. So let's just go up here. So just change this to data science remote still, because I know most of you talk about remote jobs. So data science, just put that space, data science. Then let's look at what comes out and just see if there's a clear distinction. Remember, at times the distinction is not clear. Like see this associate data science analyst, so it's mixed. So yeah, they are related, but this data scientist, let's look at this purely, and then we go down here to let me see if I can get the requirements. I don't see this one clearly in bullet form. We'll not waste time here. We'll just look at another one. Let's take this one here. Then we check here if we can see the descriptions. So who you are, 2 years of related professional experience. Remember, you must not meet all these requirements. Again, as I said, expert level in machine learning, computer vision. So like we said, the data scientist does more of some machine learning added to what the data analyst does. So just like we said, the machine learning is needed. Then project management, written skills, experience translating requirements from partners. So this is the problem framing, collecting the requirements, which is still a skill that the data analyst should have. Experience completing multiple data science projects end to end, from idea to objective formulation, the problem framing again, to implementation and deliverables. Then experience understanding and implementing published models and methods. So this is again, the data scientist has learned some machine learning model and creation, so he's adding to the data analyst skills. So that's why I always say I think of data science like maybe the next step a data analyst would take by adding machine learning to the toolkit already. So here we talk of experience in document image processing, still computer vision. These are all machine learning methods. And preference for experience building and training models with deep learning frameworks like TensorFlow, PyTorch. These are still again machine learning frameworks. And then strong proficiency in Python. Yeah, Python. In this program, we are going to introduce you to Python, and from there you keep learning. So there, as a data analyst, your Python skills will help you here. And related tools, Java, multi-threaded. Then preference for current familiarity with trading, leading trends and advances in document analysis recognition. Experience with cloud, AWS. So your cloud skills too would be able to help you, because at times the data is too much to put on your laptop. So you might need a cloud with unlimited storage to help you do some of this analysis. So let's just look at a data engineer briefly, and you just imagine already what a machine learning engineer will do, go into detail what the data scientist is doing. So let's just look at data engineer. I know it's also hot now, because without the data, without the ingredients, then there is no analysis. So let's take this first one here and look at it. So I'll just go down and try to see if I can get your responsibilities, your requirements. Yeah, required. So if you see here, cloud first mindset. So because there's a lot of big data, so most of the companies want to use the cloud to store the data, analyze from there. So that's why it's good to have the cloud skills, so that you don't have data in your laptop. You can't carry lots of petabytes of data in your laptop. So cloud first, you see, is up here. Ability to work in a fast-paced, dynamic environment, delivering solutions. So these are soft skills. Knowledge of testing frameworks, TDD, test-driven development. So testing. So you're now using some software development techniques. So you're a software developer and you're dealing in data as a data engineer. So this is like, let's say the next step after you learn your Python, you need to go deeper into object-oriented programming, data structures and algorithms, and then you learn how to test some of these things. So you're a self-starter, self-managed, quick learner, problem solver. Yes, these are soft skills. And remember, we are going to talk about how to learn problem solving as a soft skill in a subsequent video, and then collaborative, team-based attitude. So strong data analysis skills. So here you see it's interesting. They are saying you need to have strong data analysis skills. So maybe you've been a data analyst and then you try to learn some of the test-driven development and the other software management principles. You add to that. Yeah, you see it's going to help you to be able to fit in here. Then strong relational database skills, including advanced SQL. So we are learning SQL in this, we're going to learn SQL, and now we need advanced SQL. So it's a step further from the SQL you're going to learn. So they are related fields. It's just, it takes it more from the software development angle than from the business management kind of angle or project management that the data analyst role comes from. So strong understanding of data warehouse, business intelligence design. These are warehousing, being able to build your schema, your primary keys, your foreign keys, fact tables, things like that. And then we talk about ETL, extract, transform, load, which is mostly what the data engineer does, like we said in the last video. Extract the data from the different sources and then transform them and load them maybe in a data lake or a data warehouse. Understand trunk base, working with Snowflake and DBMS. So you see that's it. So for the machine learning engineer, again, you can look at that on your own, but it's just the fact that you'll be going deeper and deeper into the machine learning, and but the data scientist does a bit of machine learning and a bit of the data analysis, while the data engineer brings the data through ETL from the data warehousing skills, the SQL skills, and I hope you are able to see the skills that are required and also be able to know from the responsibilities, the kind of projects you can build to better have a chance when you go to an interview. So we will continue next video with the skills, and you'll be in this case the core skills and the soft skills before moving on to the tech skills. So see you next video. Wish you good data luck.